Welcome to the rant. I'm John Shannon. Well, the old Democratic primary is coming down to the wire. Of course, the presumptive nominee, unless Hillary pulls some sort of a miracle, or I don't know what you could call it. It's beyond a miracle at this point in time. But it looks like Barack Obama is safely going to wrap up the Democratic nomination, even if they wind up seating these delegates to the convention from Michigan and Florida. And I think that this is kind of where I'm going to go with this particular rant. Um, the I think we're all seeing how problematic this can be across the board. Um, I really think I feel sorry for, actually, to tell you the truth, I feel more sorry for the people, the Republicans, uh, than I do the Democrats, because it's a good contest in uh, in the Democratic Party, and had this race been a little bit any more closer, um, God knows what would have happened um, on the Democratic side. They might have had to settle that at the convention. Um, but nonetheless, every vote on the Democratic side, every vote seems like it's going to matter. And that's really the way it should be. And getting back to why I feel sorry for the Republicans is that John McCain has been the presumptive nominee now for the Republican side now for what, almost two or over 2 months now. And is it really fair to those people on the Republican side, the Republican voters, who really, their vote really doesn't matter? You know, the McCain has already won enough delegates that he's already the nominee. I mean, there's no people in these states, in the Republican primaries, like I said, their vote means absolutely nothing when it comes right down to it, and that's a shame. And I think that the lesson that we can take from this, and I don't know if the political process in general is forward thinking enough to just say to hell with it, and you have a national primary election, whether it be 3 months ahead of the general election, whether it be 5 months ahead of the general election, but everybody goes to the polls at once. You have your field of candidates, you can have your debates, do whatever you got to do, get it all out of the way, and then you have a single date where everybody goes to the polls in the primaries. Then you won't have this shenanigans like like a lot of, the presumption is that some of these primaries, these later primaries, Hillary Clinton has been getting votes from crossover Republicans who have no intention of voting in the Democrat in the general election. All they're there for is just to kind of muddle things up. And I don't want to give Rush Limbaugh too much credit, but the fact is, if he convinced one person to cross party lines just to vote, just to muck up the Democratic primary, then that's too many. Then that's bastardized the process, and that's the kind of crap that just needs to stop. Everybody's vote needs to count. And if you have a single primary election, Democratic, Republican, they don't have to be on the same. Yeah, I'll take that back. Yes, they do have to be on the same day because Otherwise, you'd have too much shenanigans. I mean, you go in, you either get handed a Democratic ballot or you get handed a Republican ballot. And if we have other parties that are, or other political parties, you have a couple people. Let's say that you have a Libertarian Party spring up. Maybe you've got two candidates on that, to choose from. Okay, we'll give you a Libertarian ballot. You vote on that. Everybody, the same time, pick your candidates to go into the general election. It just seems so simple, it's sick, and you just avoid all this crap that we've been seeing because everybody wants to be first. I understand the process. Florida wanted to feel more important, so they pushed up their primary date to so it would seem like it mattered. Michigan did the same thing. Well, doggone it, if everybody went to the polls on the same day for the primary election, you would have there wouldn't have any of this crap. And I don't know. I still think it's an idea whose time has come. We'll ever see if the powers that be in Washington go along with it. That's all I have for this rant. Thanks for listening. This is John Shannon, the Redneck Cabbie. Adios.